What's going on, Angelo family? In today's video, we're going to talk about the 3 greatest personal finance lessons that really changed my life. Those are curious, I'm a UCLA MBA as well as a Google Meta PM, who's worked heavily on the business side of things. Most of us, we kind of come into the world with life without any real financial knowledge or kind of idea of how the world works from the finance perspective side of things, right? We go through school, we get a job, and we just kind of learn whatever our major is. And you kind of just got to figure things out on your own. So many of us, we come out of college, come out of school with so much debt, and then we don't understand that this money needs to be paid off. My first lesson for me was just to pay off all your debt, right? So going to UCLA, I was very fortunate that it was a UC school, so a lot of it was kind of state tuition, so it's a little cheaper than going to a private college, private university. But one thing you don't really realize is that it's actually still very expensive. I think for undergrad, it's around like $30K a year, right? Times 4, you had $120,000 a year, and then you go to grad school, and in grad school, I think it was like another $120,000. So you're almost at $250,000 in student loans and student debt. You got to keep in mind too, it's like just because you're paying for tuition doesn't mean there's other expenses not associated with it, right? You're still going to have your living expenses, right, in college, and it's extremely expensive just to be alive. I realized how money worked, right? Many times we're told to get a loan from FAFSA, right? A student loan. You don't really realize, okay, I don't need to pay for the student loan till I get out of college. And then you have more loan coming in from like grad school, and that loan kind of compounds over the loan from undergrad. And you see that you have so much debt associated with your name, and you're just kind of like left like, what the heck? How the heck are you supposed to pay this off, right?
I declare bankruptcy!
A little background about me, I didn't grow up rich or anything. I grew up kind of like lower middle class. Both my mom and dad were working minimum wage jobs because they came from the Philippines. And I knew that just had to figure everything out myself, whether that be working multiple jobs, applying for scholarships, living kind of below my means, right? Even though I was taking home a good amount of money every month. So I focused all my money from Google, from Airbnb, from another place I was also consulting in to pay off all that loan. And another thing about paying off your debt, what I really kind of like focused on was like with student loans, with the car, is that I focused like on something called the debt snowball effect, right? So many times we're taught to like, oh, you should just attack the debt with the highest amount of interest. I think for UCLA loan interest rate was like around 7%, and then the car was around 3% interest rate, right? So I really tried like paying off all that UCLA loan. So you just need to attack the smallest loan first, right? So the one I attacked first was the loan from my freshman year, and then my sophomore year, and then my junior year, then my senior year. And then I started attacking the loans from my car. So next greatest personal finance lesson I've learned was to really just plan for retirement, right? Google gave us a employer-sponsored 401k plan. And then for me, I always invested in a Roth IRA, and I just opened one through Robinhood, Schwab, whatever it may be, whatever your personal broker of choice is, opening that Roth IRA. So first, every check at Google, I really maximized that 401k, right? So at Google, you were given $20,500 every year to invest in your 401k. They had a 50% match, $10,250, right? So at the end of the day, you're left with $30,750 in 401k retirement. So for me, because I had 3 jobs at Google, Airbnb, and another place I was consulting, I always put all my money into that. So by the end of March of every year, that 401k plan was fully maximized, and I didn't need to contribute to that 401k plan anymore. So that was a cool part about having multiple roles and just kind of working so hard. And then another avenue for you to approach it is also through a Roth IRA. So the Roth IRA is basically a retirement fund where you can put about $6,500 a year. That also grows tax deferred. For us as like a normal person, your best bet is really just to get a Roth IRA account, put the $6,500, $6,500 if you're in the United States, and then just buy a mutual fund, right? For me, that mutual fund was VTSAX, and that mutual fund basically mimic the S&P 500, and it will grow 8 to 9 to 10% every year. Also, another thing too is that for all the stock Google gave me, I never sold any of the equity, right? Because I really believed in the company, because I knew that Google was going to be around for such a long time, keep that equity, right? So kind of keep that in mind, right? So those are like the ways to really plan for retirement. The third greatest skill I kind of learned was to just take calculated risk with your career, right? What does that mean? I was always super risk adverse because I grew up super poor. I always wanted to like play it safe, right? I always wanted to go like the best school, less risk adverse than most, which is unfortunate. However, I've kind of learned is that you do need to take risks, especially when you're super young, right? One big thing happening right now is startups, right? So a lot of the wealth I've seen in the Silicon Valley has been through new money. But in the Silicon Valley, in the Bay Area, in like specifically like Palo Alto, San Francisco, like San Jose, a lot of that money is new money because a lot of that money is coming from tech, right? So a lot of companies were going through accelerators like Y Combinator, YC, basically one of the world's, if not the world's most prestigious startup accelerator, where companies like Stripe, Airbnb, a lot of companies, they would go through that accelerator program. So one thing I recommend is join a startup that you have a lot of faith in, right? It's high risk, but there also is high reward, right? You will learn so much from doing multiple roles at a startup. Also, last but not least, start a side hustle. For me, even though I've been working like 3 jobs at the same time, it's a lot, right? I still kind of found time to make content, to build whatever I tried to build, right? First channel we made, already monetized. My recommendation is whatever you're interested in, whatever you're passionate in, don't forget to kind of harness that and to continue to build that, right? There's this quote by Gary Becca, and he was from his father that said, if you want to shrink your problems, increase your purpose in life, right? Angelo family, I appreciate you guys so much. Please like, comment, and subscribe. We have a lot of new content coming out. We're growing like crazy. Check out all the shorts. Join my newsletter. I have a link for that below. And then you check out all the channels I do have on links below. Follow me on Instagram as well. And the affiliate links down below, please click on that. I do get a portion of revenue from that. So if you guys are interested in the products I use, as well as the equipment I use to film and record all this, it is down below. Angelo family, have an amazing day. And I appreciate you guys from the bottom of my heart. Peace.
Angelo family, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. The point of the video was to really just show you guys how you can learn from my financial mistakes as well as my financial successes, right? A lot of times in life, we're taught so many things with regards to finances and just through our parents, through school, through life experiences, right? And at the end of the day, this video was meant to help you guys learn what I know about finance, whether it just be investing, paying off debt, as well as just kind of all the mistakes I've made in my financial career. So this video is just a culmination of everything I've learned. With that being said, please continue to watch these videos. It's honestly growing the channel so much. We've gained so many subscribers and followers from the financial content we've been making for you guys. And I just want to keep getting this message out to you guys so you guys can be financially free, learn from my mistakes as well as from my successes. Everything I've learned has just been through personal investing, reading a lot of articles online, Googling everything, as well as just through trial and error. So Angelo family, please take a look at all my links I have below. I have a newsletter where I send out kind of updates on everything, as well as I'm building a website called the Angelo Carlos website, where I have all my videos posted and any helpful articles to help you guys achieve financial freedom and just learn from everything I've learned at Google, UCLA, and all my life journey. So Angelo family, appreciate you guys so much. Have an amazing day. Peace.